All right. I'm live, folks. And this is what I do every time. I'm going to talk anyway because I think it's weird for people to just stare into the camera, wondering if people show up. So I start talking anyway, even if I'm talking to myself, guys. Welcome to the podcast. We are not recording yet right now. We are live. And once I start recording, I will let you guys know. You know what? Doggone it. I left my phone in here. And I damn sure don't want it to go off. But that's okay. I'll figure it out. I'll just set that back there. If it rings, I'll stop it. Damn it. All right. We got two eyeballs in here. I already have my guest. I'll introduce him here shortly. I'm just going to wait for a couple more people to pop in here, and we will get this thing kicked off. And this is going to be a great podcast. This is a great podcast. Matter of fact, not only is this a great podcast because of who I'm talking to and what we're going to talk about, if some of you guys are interested in some type of stuff, well, you'll see once we start talking about it. If you're interested, then you may want, I ain't gonna say you might want to partake, but you'll see. You'll see. We'll leave it like that. All right. We got two eyeballs in here right now. I'm going to talk for a little bit and wait for the room to fill up just a little bit more. All right. Hey, I got the Square Table Degenerates podcast in here. Y'all put your hands together for them. And I got Alton from the Dog Father's Barbecue in here. Y'all put your hands together for him. No, we won't give him the horn. All right, guys. So, this is a fine Saturday afternoon / evening, depending on where, morning to some of you folks. And, we're going to kick this podcast off just a second. I'm waiting for my guest to show. Question, Sophia, can we start off talking about Piers Morgan and Sharon Osbourne? See, Piers Morgan and Sharon Osbourne both are from England. And I do believe that's going to lean, correct me if I'm wrong, that's going to lean toward the royals, Harry and his wife and the child. What's her name? Harry and shit. What is her name? Y'all, none of this is going to make it on the actual podcast now. I haven't started recording. Once I start, Meghan. No. Merkel? Angela? Whatever. I can't think of her name. I can't believe I can't remember her name. Is it Meghan? It is Meghan. I'm about to say Angela Merkel. That's terrible. She's the chancellor over Germany. All right, guys. Not going to talk about them. We've got 6 people in here right now, all from YouTube. YouTube. Nobody from Facebook as of yet. You guys know how this works out. Once I start out the actual recording, then I'll do my intro and blah, blah, blah. And so we got 7 folks in here right now. I'm waiting for my guest to show up. So the actual podcast that's going out on everywhere, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast, hell, I'm on Pandora, I'm on Alexa, I'm on Spotify, you name it is where this podcast is going to go. The audio podcast once it goes live. The video podcast is only going to be here on YouTube and also on my Facebook personal page. All right, I'm waiting on my guest to show up. May have had a technical difficulty, but it's all good. How's everybody doing on this fine afternoon? I hope you guys are like I'm sitting around like I wait for an answer. That is funny and that's terrible. So y'all bear with me. Waiting on my guest to show back up. I think there was a technical difficulty. And like I said before, none of this is going to be on the actual podcast. You guys get this just because you have the live. You have the live. So while we're waiting, we got any questions? What do you guys want to talk about? Okay. Alton, do you want to talk about Piers Morgan and Sharon Osbourne? What's the question? We'll talk about it briefly. What you got? Shucks. And while we wait for that question, man, this is great. This is great. What I like about being able to do this is you can reach people. You can reach people with your message. Now, everyone's not going to agree with it. Some people are going to love you. Some people are going to hate you. And some people ain't going to give a shit. And that's a beautiful thing. You know, everybody doesn't have to agree. Oh, he says, man, I just wanted to hear you go ham on. No, not gonna go ham. See, the thing is, I really give less than two shits about what's going on with freaking Harry and Meghan. Me personally, I think that's family shit. That's their stuff. All right. Shit like that happens all the time in the United States, around the world. The only reason it's important is because it happened to them. All right. There's always conflict in families. There's always, if you have a diverse family, you bring in the black kid, there might be some racial tension. I don't know why everybody's hair got caught on fire. I don't understand it. I don't get it. What you got? What's your take on it? What's your take on it? I'm buying a little bit of time, guys. My guest had to reboot their computer, so I'm just waiting for them to pop back in here. But what's your take on this, there, Alton? From Shameless Plug, Dogfather Barbecue. Fantastic channel. Get on YouTube. If you want to learn how to barbecue, go to Dogfather's Barbecue. Shucks. He says, wanted to hear me go ham. No. I don't care that much. He says, true. I more want to hear someone get on Sharon for how she went crazy on Cheryl Underwood. Cheryl was all calm and professional while Sharon lost her damn mind. See, because it was personal. It was personal to Sharon. Because, all right, let me see. What's a good comparison? I think having controversy in the royal family over there is comparable to, and they're not royalty, it's just the biggest profile couple I can come up with, will be some shit happening with freaking Beyonce and Jay-Z. A lot of people would be invested. Oh, sweet Jesus. Something happened with Blue Ivy. I don't know. I give a shit less, really. I give a shit less. All right, guys, give me a minute or two. I'm still waiting. And once my guest pops in here, I will start this intro and we'll move on. We shall move on. This is the way things always happen, right? Everything's perfect. Hell, I've been shooting this shit, laughing and joking with my guest for the last 30 minutes. You know, make sure audio was right and making sure this and that was right. And no sooner than I go live, I know y'all heard it when it went bling. He shot me a message on Facebook. He disappeared. He's like, man, stall. I got to restart my shit. So that's what I'm doing right now. All right, man. We are really surprised at racist allegations from the royal family. I mean, what's surprising me more is that you're surprised. You're surprised. Listen, the royal family, the modern royal family, was straight white. Come on, man. And it was the big hubbub. I just wanted to say that. The big hubbub when Meghan showed up. He said, reread what I said, man. We are really surprised at racist allegations from the royal family. Oh, there was a question. Thank you, sir. No, we're not. No, we're not. I understand. You and I are the same way. We're the same way. I wasn't surprised at all. Now, I'm more surprised that they aired their dirty laundry than just, trying to squash it and fix it. But hey, you got Harry and Meghan in America. I guess they trying to Me Too them too. They Me Tooing everybody. Hey, what's going on, kid? From Daddy Dutch. I'm just waiting on my guest to show up. I think he's having a technical difficulty. Like I said, none of this is going to be on the actual podcast. I'm just biding my time right now. He says, I was like, hold up, I didn't say that. Oh, my favorite Bobby says, hello, my favorite Phil. Y'all put your hands together for my favorite Bobby. There she is. I'm just, I'm biding time right now. I'm watching the green room down here. And, this is the way things happen. In technology, sometimes you have a freaking shortcoming. So I'm just going to talk and jibber jabber until my guest comes in. Look, I got the questions over there ready. And great dude. Great dude. All right. Alton says, is that your favorite Phil or Phil? It might be both. It has to be the favorite Phil because not close enough for a Phil. That's terrible. All right. Okay, wait. Now I got to put this out. See, I wish I had a wah, 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 but I don't. Let's go with this. Aww. We'll go with that. Not close enough for a Phil. That's terrible. All right, Phil Biden. Look, Biden, your time. There it is. First political joke of the night. Well, sipping on a little bit of Wild Turkey 101. Sipping very, very gingerly because Wild Turkey 101 will turn your brain off. This ain't scotch. That bourbon with, man, Wild Turkey will turn off your freaking, what the Three Stooges call it? Your anaconda panicon. That shit'll turn you off. So, I'm very gingerly. Shucks. My guest is probably cussing right now. Damn it. I'm waiting. We'll be around 12 minutes in, and I haven't even started the podcast. The fact that you put your hands up like you were grabbing breasts is like, whoa, Riddick about to get canceled, y'all. What should I? Oh, I can't do this? Should I'm sorry. That's terrible. Hey, S&J, cooking with S&J. Good evening. Good evening all. Happy Saturday. Yes, indeed. Happy Saturday. I am holding I think I'm going to bring in, I'm going to wait for my guest to show back up. Technical difficulty. And, if push comes to shove, this might just turn into a shoot the shit session. I might just open it up to the crowd. I'm gonna give about another 5 minutes or so. And it's not an issue. I could listen, I'll do this again tomorrow. That's easy. I got about 3 or 4 interviews lined up. And got a business opportunity today, and hopefully everything works out with that one. I'll talk about that maybe later once I make sure it's going to go through. And right now I just got family in here. I mean, YouTube family. Everybody in here I know as YouTube family. And that's not bad. Not bad at all. So y'all give me a subject. Damn, 13 minutes in. Haven't even started yet. 13 minutes in. Man, you know what? He's probably pulling his hair out. What am I? Shit. I can't get in. What's going on? But hey, it's not a big deal. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the link to the chat in. If anybody wants to come, y'all, if anybody wants to come in, put a 1. Put a 1 in the chat. If we get 1 or 2 ones, I'll throw the link in. We'll shoot the shit. If my guest makes it back in about the next 10 minutes, 5, 10, 15 minutes, then I'll actually start the freaking podcast, start recording and do what we were intending to do. If that doesn't happen, then this just be a bullshit session. We'll laugh and joke and it will be hidden. So if anybody wants to jump in here, we'll put a 1 in the chat. If not, I'll talk to myself. Too easy. I can't wait until I get this phone call. Man, I don't know what happened. I was like, yeah, I know. All right. Matter of fact, I got a thumbs up from one of my military friends. See if he pops in or not. A thumbs up saying that he's watching this on Facebook. But all right, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Today's been pretty interesting. I did, what did I do today? Got up, obviously, talked to your wife and blah, blah, blah. Mine, not yours. And I've been binge watching the, what do you call it? The Watchmen with my daughter. Season 1. It's only one season. That's pretty much it. And then, did some background information on my guest and try to get it going. Let's see what happens. Nobody wants to jump in. S&J. I don't know if Alton, you at work or you at home? I don't know. Bobby Kent. Or I can hold it down alone. And the terrible thing is I was concentrating on talking to my guests. I didn't see, normally when I just jump on, I have things I want to talk about. But today I was concentrating on one subject or one person. I didn't have anything off the top of my head. Nothing whatsoever. So there we are. Should I throw in some music? Well, no, I can't play no music because then I won't be able to keep this on as a podcast. Wow. So you know what we're going to just have to do is, let me hit him up. We're just going to have to reschedule this. And this is going to turn into a shoot to shit session. Let me ask him. Let me mute real quick. I just muted the mic so you wouldn't hear me going tick, 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 tick. They want you to hear me typing and all of that nonsense. Everyone in the chat speaking to each other, speaking. Shoot. Oh, he's typing. What he's saying? Hold on. All right, he's on his way, and he said he's waiting for some stuff to happen right now. All right, we're good. We will salvage this. I'll just continue to freaking stall a little bit until my guest gets in. And I need to be prepared. I hope this doesn't crash. I hope things don't crash during the middle of the actual podcast. But we'll be all right. We shall be all right. She said, clean the house, look at a mess. LOL, no lie from me. Bobby like, hell no. She said, ain't having it. Not having it today. That's my favorite Bobby. Oh. My favorite Bobby says, no, not today. That's funny. That's funny. You know what? After I finish this, I'm done for the day. I ain't drinking shit else. Just sipping on a little bit of that, and I'm chasing it with a whole lot of water. Not today. All right. Says waiting for something to open. And I hope it'll be here shortly. Bobby said, same. She like, Bobby said, I ain't touching it. Y'all put y'all hands together for clean houses. Put your hands together for clean houses. I know. Actually, I don't know. I spend more time messing the house up than I do cleaning. See, here's a trade-off. See, my wife, she can cook. She just doesn't like to cook. And I love to cook. So I spend more time messing up the kitchen, and then she'll end up cleaning. She's not my sous chef, but she'll end up cleaning behind me. Well, I've recently started. All right, my guest is in here. I ended up freaking trying to do more clean as I go type of stuff. All right. I got my guest in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit record coming up here in a second, play my intro, and bring my friend in. So here we go. Hey, give me a thumbs up. You good? All right. I see him. All right, guys. I'm hitting record right now. Booyah. And it goes a little something like this. I want to welcome you guys to R-BoP. This is Riddick's Book of Philosophy. My name's Philip Riddick, and this is where I talk about what I want to talk about the way I want to talk about it. If you enjoy this podcast, tell your friends, family, and loved ones to come in and enjoy my whimsical way of saying things, doing things, and thinking about things.
Please hold for a very important message.
Hey everybody, sooner or later you're going to have to travel. You're going to have to take a plane, a hotel, or rent a car or something, either because you want to go on a vacation, something that you were waiting for or really wanted to do, or sometimes we have some unfortunate circumstances in our families where we have to travel involuntarily. Either way or the other, if you need to travel, you want to save some money. I am an independent TSA, Travel Savings Ambassador for I.O.W. And I can save you 30 to 70% on your travel if you send me your first and last name to the following email address, dcboomgetaways@gmail.com. Once again, dcboom, B-U-U-M, getaways@gmail.com. I can send you an absolutely free website, yours personally, that you can use whenever you want, and it will save you money. It can save you money whenever you are going away. You might be going away now. You might be going away in the future. This website is yours forever. So once again, if you want to save money traveling 30 to 70%, shoot your first and last name to me at dcboom, B-U-U-M, getaways@gmail.com. All right. Welcome to R-BoP. My name's Philip Riddick, and this is where I talk about what I want to talk about the way I want to talk about it. All right. Listen, hold on. Let me turn that ticker off, y'all that can see it. And I had a request. Let's see if I can find that. A request I had is for the remix. If I can find it. Where is it? Here it is. All right, guys. This is just because it was asked from the chat to play this. Here we go.
You about to lose your job. Get this dance.
I was asked to play this.
Because you are detaining me for nothing. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job.
Remix.
You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. Because you are detaining me for nothing. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. Because you are detaining me for nothing. You about to lose your job.
Use a job.
You about to lose your job.
Yes, you are.
You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. Is this shit worth you losing your job? Because you about to. Because you ain't got no reason.
That's funny. That was requested from Alton, my friend, my buddy Alton, who asked me to play that, and I just did. Now, my guest coming in here, he's my guest and he's my friend. All right. He is I knew that was going to happen. He is the founder. He is the founder and executive producer of the I.O.W. network. I Often Wonder Network. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I'm going to let him do it. All right. And before I bring him in, I got to play this little stinger that I made for him. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it right when he comes in. All right, guys, y'all, put y'all hands together for Jermel Thomas, y'all. Here he comes. There it is. Y'all put y'all hands together for my buddy.
What up, though?
What up, though?
What up?
And I gotta do this because he is the founder of the I.O.W. Network. The I.O.W. Network, and that's what we're gonna talk about. Yes, indeed. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. How about you, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing. You had me nervous for a second.
Hey,
I was
man,
waiting.
look. I have myself nervous.
Hey, we know, man. In this, what you call it? I don't want to say the word. In this pandemic world of everyone being away from each other, technical difficulties happen. Everybody's on Zoom. Everybody's on freaking YouTube. Right. Everybody's on StreamYard. Everybody's on freaking everything.
I'm afraid to touch something now.
But man, I'm glad to have you. Now, right. I've had you on here before.
Right.
But I still got to do the preliminaries because everyone that's in here may not have been here last time.
All right.
So
everybody know me.
Who is Jermel Thomas, and what's your background, brother? Let me know.
So I'm originally from Detroit, as you can see. Detroit versus everybody. Born and raised. Then I moved down to North Carolina, so that's where I'm at now.
Yep.
I got half of most of my professional career cooking, law enforcement, and machining. Those are three things I did the most.
Nice. Interesting combination, by the way. Hey, but man,
yeah. I like to stay working.
I got you. But we just played to lose your job. You ain't having that.
I ain't having that. I'm about to find my job. But no, so then that's most of my professional career. And and one of the things I like to do is I like to talk to people. I've always been like that. I always had friends from all walks of life, I say that word wrong, ethnicities. You know, and so one day, Alexis, my other co-host, and I we were sitting there talking. I said, we having a good conversation. We should start a podcast.
Okay.
And so now I am a podcaster.
Yes, we are.
And as we go on, I'll tell you other things that I do now. But most of my background now is just spent most of my time now spent podcasting.
I got you.
And putting the podcast together.
Nice. Question 2, spouse, kids, pets, dogs, what you got, man?
The spouse and dog count the same? No.
As long as you ain't doing the same thing with them. Come on, baby.
That dog eat style. No. But anyway, so I don't have a spouse anymore. I have 4 children. No pets.
Nice. Well,
it's expensive enough to keep me going.
Listen, man, I got no pets either, but I got 4 kids. Well, they ain't kids. I got 4 adult women.
Right.
It would be cheaper to have pets.
Right.
It would be cheaper to listen. I got a house full of women, 5 women, and I swear to God, man, they go through toilet paper like they butts got teeth. Man, are they eating it? I don't know. But anyway, back to you. Your current job. What do you do? What is bringing in the bacon before we start talking about what you're making?
I currently work at a tech company in one of their cafes. So
okay.
I cook.
All right. Don't get too specific. We ain't trying to get you to lose that job.
Get to lose that job.
Yeah.
So I said I cook at a tech company.
Okay. All right. Matter of fact, Cook with S&J, they just put your link, I.O.W. Network, they just put your link in the your website in the chat. So that's cool. I got moderators, baby. I got moderators.
I appreciate that.
All right. Social media, man. Now, before we get into this, folks, I have his social media in the description notes. I got his Instagram, Facebook, and I think I have your Twitter already. But what do you got, man? Social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Cooked any books? Done anything? What you got? It's your time to shine. Throw out what you got.
So anything that's out there, I got. Facebook, I have that. YouTube, I'm on that. Twitter, I'm on that.
All right.
Personal Twitter, professional Twitter. I have on Twitch. I'm on Discord. I'm on IG.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to find me, you can find me. I leave a digital footprint everywhere I go.
So we'll just look up I Often Wonder.
So if you look up I Often Wonder, it'll come up on the I Often Wonder. If you just look up I Often Wonder on any one of the platforms, it'll come up. But the specific taglines are in the show notes.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Right.
All right, now I got you in here, man. Look, we've been there for 30 minutes, even though we only been talking for 10. But let me pay the bills. I'm gonna play this ad real quick, and then we're gonna get into the nuts and bolts. I was really scared to say nuts. Anyway, we're gonna get into the nuts and bolts of this conversation. So here we go. I would like to talk to you about Instacart. What if I told you that you could have local fresh groceries delivered to your front door? You can have multiple deliveries for one small monthly fee. Unlike some other apps or services that want to nickel and dime you all the time. If you don't have that special item that you need to make a special recipe, Instacart in some cases can get that to your house in as fast as 1 hour. Hand selected by shoppers based on your preferences, Instacart highlights deals that can help save you money. You can find everything you normally buy, and they also suggest things that may be new to you. They pick the freshest produce and also keep your eggs safe too. Follow the link in the show notes that lets Instacart know that I sent you. That will not only help the show, but it will also, in this case, give you free delivery on your first order over $35. Instacart. Never go out to go grocery shopping again. All right, we're back.
We're back.
Wait, here we go. We're back. Now, what's funny is everybody listening sound like it was a very professional commercial. Now, hopefully you think it was because I made that myself. We'll talk about that here in the future. And everyone that was watching us, watched us drink water because we didn't really go anywhere. All right. Here's the subject matter. What are we here for? What is the I.O.W. network? What is the I Often Wonder network? The I.O.W. network. What is that, man? What are we trying to do?
Always do about this time.
They want to play that. So it started off, like I alluded to earlier, as just a podcast. And as we started to sit around, kick around the idea, I wanted to start a multimedia conglomerate.
Yes.
So I coined from I Often Wonder, I coined the I.O.W. network because what that is a network of different content creators. So that goes for music, poetry, podcasts, you name it.
Video.
Video is gonna come down the line, but for right now, we're starting a radio station.
Nice.
So I.O.W. network, step one is the radio station. Everything under one roof, where once you click on that app, you will be able to hear a lot of different things that you want. Like you want to hear podcasts, we got it. You want to hear music, we got it. And as it develops, we're gonna add other things to it also. So this network consists of, it's focused solely on independent content creators.
Nice.
Because we want to help those, who are trying to grow and just need a platform for them to grow on.
Got you. Nice. All right. Now, where did the concept come from? Well, I mean, the whole idea, just wanting to help others, trying to blow yourself up. Where did the I.O.W. concept come from? Just trying to get it?
The I.O.W. concept came from just wanting to have a platform to help others, because I have a nonprofit also.
Okay.
And so with that nonprofit, it's it stemmed from my desire to always want to help others, because I experienced a lot of stuff in my life that if I wish somebody would just gave me the idea of how to fish, then I'll be able to be a step further in a lot of things that I experienced. So it kind of stemmed from those ideas of, okay, Here's what I went through. Here's what I learned. Now let me help somebody else and teach them how to fish. So this platform was designed for people who may have platforms or have content but don't have anywhere to put it.
I got you.
So
I got you.
So I kind of want to bring everybody together because
Mhm.
there's strength in numbers. When you're looking for advertisement,
Yeah.
if you can say I got 10 or 20 people, with X amount of subscribers, X amount of views on each platform, that speaks volume. Then I have one individual with X amount of views, X amount of platforms. So the
I
whole
got you.
idea is to use those numbers to bring in advertising dollars or sponsorship and divvy that up amongst the people on the platform.
Nice. Now, what major moves do you have? What do you got planned going forward?
So going forward, the first thing I mentioned too will be the radio station. So
Right.
once the radio station is up and running and it's going, then we're gonna go over to video.
Mhm.
That's like having switching most of the shows that already have video, switching them over to Amazon,
Mhm.
Fire Stick, and Roku.
Okay.
And
that's through the Roku app?
through the Roku app. So
Nice.
if you're already on the radio station and you have video, once we make that switch, we'll switch you over to the video.
Nice.
So then
Nice.
that's creating more eyes. Because I believe, if I'm not, last time I checked, Roku has the ability to have 8 million eyes on your content.
Wow. So would someone be able to transition easily from YouTube to Roku?
Yes.
Nice.
It's not that much. Okay, let me say it like this. The transition is not hard far as once you're on there. The transition, the way to put it on there is different.
Okay.
Upload.
All right. But
Yeah,
as long as you
different.
have the video, I mean, being a YouTuber, I can download my own video. So now I have that on my hard drive. I can send that to you, and that can be uploaded to the other form. So you don't have to do either or. You can do both.
You can do both. So
nice.
Now let me mention this though. With the radio station, the way the radio station is set up and designed.
Yeah.
If you want to be a part of the radio station,
mm-hmm.
and like you may mention, you can send your content over to me. I can upload it.
Right.
Now, if you say, hey, I want to go live, I can add you to there as what they call a DJ, schedule it for a certain time slot. And all you have to do is log on to the radio station with your own login, and you go live to the radio station.
So you're saying that anyone that has a outlet, however they're broadcasting, we got pretty elaborate audio stuff. But if someone wanted to have a voice and they got in contact with you and they had the time, they could be their own DJ host for a period of time.
Right. So
nice.
Another thing that we are launching too is that if, say, for instance, you have a content idea, say, hey, I've been kicking this idea around about, such and such podcast or such and such show.
Right.
But I don't have X amount of equipment. I also produce shows. Like I'm in the works now of producing 3 more shows.
Okay.
So if you're a content creator, but don't have like you and I have a lot of equipment.
Yes.
So you may not have that equipment.
Mm-hmm.
So I can show you I can produce it for you with minimal investment. And what I mean by minimal, you may have to buy a mic.
Okay.
If you have I'm sure most people have a laptop. You have a laptop, you may have to buy a laptop and a mic.
Mm-hmm.
And it depends on how elaborate you want to be. You're talking about under $100 if you just need a mic. Maybe a couple $100 if you need a laptop. Depends on what kind of laptop you want to get.
Yeah.
Because for the radio, all you really need is audio.
Yeah.
So you don't really need a laptop either. You can just get an audio interface, something that's going to produce audio.
A recorder. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, a recorder, and that's all you need.
And same thing with a podcast.
Same with a podcast.
If you no guess, if you just got content you want to record, you know what? I'll even go. Being that I am. Let me put this together, y'all. Hands together. I'm an affiliate. I am an affiliate of the. Look at me. I'm about to screw up. I am an affiliate of the I.O.W. network.
Right.
So let's just say that you had some content and it has to be at a certain quality as far as editing and this, that, and the other. I'm here. You could listen. I can edit audio. I can get it to a certain quality where it needs to be. And then I could get it to Jermel. I can get it to you, and you can do it uploaded. See, I'm throwing that out there, folks.
Right.
If you guys have aspirations to have a voice podcast or aspirations to get yourself out there, I can help you with the editing. I can edit your audio and send it up there for you. It may or may not be free. We can talk about it. I'm just saying. All right, man.
Now you brought that up, Phil has done a lot of my promos. Like,
for an engaging podcast, come to R-BoP,
That's Phil.
Riddick's Book of Philosophy. My name's Philip Riddick.
He's done a lot of those for us, and I play them throughout our shows.
Yeah.
So he done, since he's one of our affiliates, I play his promos for his shows. I play promos for our guests. They all have businesses. I play promos for that, and that's because I kind of leading into the next thing that we're looking to do is local businesses to advertise on the radio station.
Advertisement, there it is. So along with, see, this wasn't even a question, but along with that, the I.O.W. network can turn into an advertising firm.
Right.
It can be an advertising firm. We have the capability. Hell, we're already doing it. How many? I'm not going to ask the question, but I've done quite a few commercials for the I.O.W. network, and we're doing it. All right. Okay, we're going to move right on. Next question. Would you be interested in, how would a person interested in inquiring to join or to assist the I.O.W. network? If someone was interested in starting a podcast or needing some audio assistance or wanting their show on your radio platform or anything, how would they get in touch with you?
You can email me. That's I often wonder 19 at gmail.com.
I often wonder 19 at gmail.com. I just want to say that again.
Right. I have other guests. We'd be like 19.com. Right. Can't say it like that.
Right.
Email me is the best way. I'm constantly checking my emails constantly. And you drop me an email, just tell me, your name, what you're interested in doing, and then I'll get back with you, and then we'll go from there. But like I say, email is always the best way.
Yeah.
I got you. If you connect to me on social media, you can drop me some of my DMs on social media, but email is always the best way to get in touch with me.
Yeah, I know, right? That's all. Anyone out there listening, if you do need some type of promo commercial or something like that, go through Jermel, hit him on his email. I often wonder 19.com. He can get in contact with me because we can discuss that and blah, blah, blah. Because if it's for the I.O.W. network, you need to go through Jermel.
Right.
All right. Next question. What major obstacles did you have to overcome, man? You got any funny stories or interesting stories trying to get from where you were to where you are?
Man, equipment. I tell everybody this, when you first started off, let me say equipment and education. When I first started doing this, I didn't know anything. I know nothing about recording, video, audio, editing, zero. I knew nothing. So that was one of the obstacles. I had to figure out how to do all those things. Right. So I had to teach. I'm self-taught, taught everything. Well, one of the good things working at a tech company, I got access to a lot of people. Right. Hey, I need to know how to do this, and so I kind of pick people's brain. And a friend of mine showed me about editing. I watched a few YouTube videos. That was one thing. Then equipment. Like we start off with an iPhone. Yeah. That's it. That's all we had. And then I bought a mic for the iPhone. And then we went from there to when I first showed you see I had all kinds of like mismatched furniture around. I had like a wing-back chair. I had a couch in here, a couple of office chairs. It was just like a hodgepodge, a whole bunch of different stuff. Yeah. And slowly, I bought a desk. Well, let me take that back. I got the desk free from my job. Okay. I bought the Rodecaster. I bought mics. We just got new mic stands. I switched them out. Headphones. Just slowly just building up. Now we got a full-fledged recording studio. Yeah. We got a studio.
I'll tell you this, man. Me coming along the same lines. Mm-hmm. It's a learning curve. It's a big learning curve.
It is.
And for those of you out there listening that are aspiring, don't get discouraged. All right. You might start out with a crappy camera. You might you might not have a microphone. You might not have a tripod.
Right.
Do the best you can with what you got, but you want to constantly improve.
Right.
If you look at my earlier stuff compared to what I'm doing now, you'd be like, is this the same channel? All right. But you learn. And you also have people out there, you know, as a resource to learn how to do this. If you don't know how to edit, then you need to either learn if you want to. You don't have to. It's not a requirement.
Right.
But this industry is competitive.
It is.
All right. This industry is competitive. Even podcasting. Doing what I'm doing now. Is my audio good? Yes, I hope so. I think so.
Right.
But you don't have to do. Yes, I've spent a lot of money, but I happen to be able to do that.
Right.
But I didn't do it all at once. Doing my YouTube channel, I didn't do it all at once. I just built upon what I had, built more, and you know, eventually you get better.
Right.
So my recommendation is, if you want to do a podcast, or if you want to do a YouTube channel, or if you want to do anything, start where you start and build from there. Don't get discouraged. You're gonna get better. What do you think? What do you think?
I think what you said is perfect, man. And that's one of the things that motivated me to start this, is that based on what you had said, you know, people not having that equipment right away. So by coming and joining us, we can jumpstart you because we have the equipment. Yes. We have what you need. You know, like I said, just between Phil and I, we can get your audio tight. You know? So if you just got a basic mic, we can tighten it up to do the different softwares that we use.
This is true.
So, you know, that's one of the reasons what motivate me. So someone like how we started, you may start 6 steps ahead, come and join with us because we already have the equipment.
Yeah. And
So
and some know-how.
We can know how. Right, some know-how.
Yeah,
You know how.
Yeah, take some of the pain out of it.
Right.
We can take some of the pain out of it.
That is one of the things that that is good. And then I'm also had talked with another network wants to collaborate with us.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just waiting to hear back and see, you know, he's pretty much says yes, but you want to hear that confirmation. I got you. Then would it be good, because then we already have a sports show. They have a sports show. That'd be 2 sports shows.
Okay. That's the I.O.W. Sports. So that's one show you got.
That's one show. Then we're in the talks with 3 Drunk Aunties. That's gonna be our morning show. Okay. Political Ninjas or something. Me and Phil kicking around trying to get up. Right. And then of course R-BoP.
This podcast here.
This podcast that we on. And then we also have LJ Presents, another friend of mine out in California.
Right. And then the I.O.W. podcast.
I.O.W. podcast. Actually, Lexus is getting ready to start her another podcast.
Oh, shucks. So you about to start yourself a conglomeration.
Oh, yeah. Then my daughter has a podcast. I'm trying to get her audio up so she can come on. Hers is called You Don't Have to Be Stupid. Okay. So, and then I'm working on 2 other podcasts in the background. So all together, I think, not including the one I was talking about, but just what we have, maybe have about like 10 solid shows. Nice. You know, nice. And one of the things what I want to do is to develop the sports show. So if you do a soccer show or football, you know, consider combining your football with I.O.W. sports. Yeah. If you do a hockey show, think about coming on and combining so we can be, because I want to be a digital ESPN.
Yeah, a digital powerhouse.
You know what I'm saying? So, so that way, I'm talking just sports wise. Yeah, you know, not including the other stuff we have, but just building the sports. So if you do other sports, especially if you're in London, Africa, other countries,
you're talking cricket, you're talking all that.
Cricket, all that.
Nice.
Know, yeah. NASCAR. Because I mean, I can't, first of all, in the hour that we do, we can't really put all that into one show.
That's true. That's
Second of all, I can tell you some of the drivers. I really don't know much about NASCAR.
But you can always bring in an expert.
So if I can bring in an expert, and add them to the show. Same with hockey. I can name all the hockey teams, some of the players, but I don't know that much about hockey. I know a little bit about it.
So there's a shout out right there. If any of you have DJ aspirations, radio show aspirations, and you are a NASCAR or a obscure sport aficionado, I really want to say that word, aficionado, contact Jermel at I.O.W, the I.O.W network, and there might be a spot for you.
Right.
All right, next question. Have you ever had to deal with outsiders? All right, deal with freaking folks that, naysayers, folks that be hating on you, that type of thing, trying to get in your business?
Yeah, you do
telling you ain't going to make it. You deal with those folks?
You do it all the time. A lot of people, especially some of the older people, they don't understand what a podcast is.
Okay.
What is that? What is that? I had my aunt on here, and she was a former council person in the city of Detroit, done a lot of things.
Yeah.
But she's older. She's a seasoned woman.
Yeah.
And she was like, "What's a podcast?"
Really?
I had a few other people asking, "What's a podcast? What's that?" They heard of it, but they don't actually know what it is.
Yeah.
My cousin, he was on. He's not that old. I mean, he's in his 50s, and he was asking me about a podcast.
Wait, 50 what?
How old is it? Hold on, man. He about 58, 59.
Oh shit, I'm 54. He old. Anyway, if you said 51, I'd be like, that youngster. I got you.
Right. And so he didn't know what a podcast is. So I think a lot of times when people see you doing things, they don't understand. That's one of the things. They don't understand what you're doing. So you try to explain to them, like, can you make money from that?
Yeah, you'd be like, yeah, but not at first. And that's where you lose a lot of people.
Right. Yeah. And so I think one of the things is because a lot of people don't understand you make money, what I like to say, on the back end.
You make money on the back end. You do.
You know what I'm saying? So you do a lot of work, front load your work up front. So and that may be 2, 3, 4 years down the line. You don't know.
Yeah. You got to grow. You got to grow.
One of the things I can say, and this is just like the old show I used to watch, the reruns of there's no brag but fact.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we got a good product.
I do. I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying? With you. And so because I believe we have a good product, all we got to do is just keep pushing and get in front of people. Once the people see it, that's all we need.
I'm glad you said that. Mm-hmm. Because let's dumb it down very simple.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's say you or somebody, your mother, your wife, whoever, they make the best oatmeal cooking.
Okay. One of my favorites.
And you love it. Everybody loves it, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. But if they could just commercialize that thing,
right,
they're a millionaire, billionaire.
Right.
But the average person that makes an outstanding freaking oatmeal cooking is cooking it for friends and family. They don't know what to do with it.
That's a good analogy.
They don't know how to get it out there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And, that's what a lot of the small folks are doing.
Right.
The R-BoP podcast, I.O.W network, Daddy Cooks on YouTube, my channel, that type of stuff.
Right.
You just got to get it out there. It might be the best tasting, best looking thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
But you just got to get it out there.
I get it out there. And that's a great analogy.
Yeah.
And because like I tell a lot of people, it's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
So because it's a lot of work, you got to love to do it.
Yeah.
Because it be times I'll come home from work and I come in the studio and I might be in the studio 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah.
Working on it might be editing, it may be, just different concepts, meetings with people, just whatever, trying to get guests on the show. You got to constantly schedule stuff, make sure stuff is in order. We just did the 28 podcast for 28 days for Black History Month.
Then you killed it. Yeah.
That was an undertaking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was a lot of work.
Yeah.
Juggling. You think about just doing one show, and normally we do one show or 2 shows per week, including the sports show.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're talking about doing a show for every day, 28 shows, juggling 28 people and trying to fit them in schedule. It was times we was doing 4 shows in a row.
Wow.
Trying to fit them in,
Yeah.
So it's like that type of thing, or those type of things that you have to do to get it done.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, get so starry-eyed by being in front talking on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
That's the easy part.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? That's the easy part.
Yeah.
The hard part is the behind the scenes stuff.
The hard part is finding the guests, getting the interview down, or filming the video, editing, all of that. That's what's so difficult for me when it comes to my YouTube, the cooking show. It's the filming and editing part is the backlog.
Right.
For the podcast, shameless plug. If you guys are interested in being a guest on the R-BoP podcast, shoot me an email at riddickbop@gmail.com. But anyway, the hard part is lining up the guests, and I mean anybody can get on there, but getting a good quality guest.
Yes, that's it. That's right there. Good quality.
Quality guest. It's harder to have a guest that doesn't say shit. It's hard because then you have to carry this show.
It's like you got to keep pulling and pulling.
You got to pull and push and bring up you have to be the filler. You need to ask the questions. You need to coax them along, and that's so taxing as opposed to someone like you or me, where you can just ask a question and you get a conversation as opposed to, do you like black or white? Black. Oh shit. It's not saying anything else. Why do you like black? Because shit. Because what? Is something that happened in your family? Yeah. That just kills you.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna give you a story.
Yes, sir.
So I had a guest on and we talking to the guest.
Yeah.
And so I do a lot of research. So if I got somebody on, I'm gonna look everywhere I can for you. So I might play a clip that you was in. Like a couple times we had some people that they're filmmakers. So I went and pulled their film up and played some clips for them, stuff like that. Or that was like they was on TV, whatever. I would bring that stuff in.
I've done it. Yeah.
So we have this person on, and we're having a conversation. And they just talking and talking. And talking. So it wasn't even a conversation. It was just like they were just talking the whole time. And then we was like, okay, we trying to get a word in edgewise. They cutting us off and kept on talking.
See, I haven't run into that one yet.
I ran into that. Then I ran into the other scenario. That's one end of the spectrum. The other spectrum, which you talked about, I ran into people that we had on the show and we talking. You ask them a question. It's like, right.
Yeah.
And, the one thing I can say that I like about my co-host is that when we all get together, we bring the silliness out of people.
Okay.
And so,
I know, I've been there.
Well, nigga, you ridiculous. you on 15. When you got your other co-host on, that's in the glass, you really be tripping.
There you go.
But no, so I like that because we had a couple guests on here. They start off dry, and then we'll get to chop it up just amongst ourselves, and they just jump in. They're like, "Oh, y'all guys are having fun," and they come in and start having fun. So I think a lot of times, and that's another, I say nugget I drop to somebody. If you're gonna do a podcast and you want to do it with some other people, always try to pick someone that works well that you can bounce off each other.
Yeah. Because
if you're a dry person, you don't want another dry person.
No. That's a terrible show.
You want somebody that's gonna push you. And that's what I like. We got different age demographics, we got different backgrounds, besides the fact we cook, but after that, we're different backgrounds. We come from different places. Lamar, Kansas City, Lex is born and raised here in North Carolina. I'm from Detroit. So even with that, we had different perspectives from where we grew up and what we where we come from, and a good dynamic. You guys are a great dynamic, and a good dynamic, And so I'm more of an analytical type person. So a lot of times I'll try to break stuff down. Lamar's, he's that's why we call him a wild card. You never know what he's gonna say.
Yeah,
And Lexus she's the quarterback. She facilitates. She passes off to us. She keeps everything in line. Make sure we going down the field.
She does keep you guys on schedule.
Hey, okay, what's going back? Sometimes we'll go all the way left field, man.
Alexis She will pull you guys back in.
Right.
Next question. Have you ever said or done something out of anger, out of character, or just messing around, blah, 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 that you had to kind of pull back?
On a podcast, you talking about?
Anywhere. Podcast look, either on a podcast or on a negotiation, trying to bring somebody else in. You ever been like a oopsie?
So let me say this. When I was younger, I was a hothead.
Okay.
I mean, some of that still comes out every now and then, but as I mature, I learned how to curtail it to a degree.
Okay.
But I had a job one time, and St. John Lamar I was working at, and the head chef there will always just go in.
Yeah.
He been known to throw stuff and stuff physically throw stuff. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And for the most part, I'd be like, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But one thing I don't like is a bully.
Right. I agree.
I do not. That's one of the things that bothers me. And so
bullies have to go down. You got to take them down. That's me. They got to come down.
He will mess with people he know he can mess with.
Typical bully. Bully. Yeah.
And we had one young guy he would always pick with. And so, and I was like, hey man, leave him alone. Well, I just tell him, man, you need to stand up to him.
Yeah.
So this particular day, one of the guys that we work with, and sometimes he does mess up.
Okay.
But my thing is like this. If it's something I can fix, I don't too much worry about it. So come on, we can fix that. Come on, don't worry about it. Let's get back into the groove of things. You know, because when you're on a line and you got tickets coming everywhere, that just throws the whole thing off, throw your whole rhythm off.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people don't realize, but cooking is a rhythm thing, especially you on a line cooking, you boom, 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 you put it in the window, your next thing, you work, and a lot of our line set up, we work with partners.
Yeah, so, it's an assembly line. You got to have that flow.
So you got the flow. And then when you yelling and screaming, that messes that whole flow up.
Yeah.
So anyway, something happened. He got the pieces wrong and everything. So he started screaming at him. And so I yelled back at him. I said, no, we're not going to do that. Last I checked, my birth certificate didn't have your name on it.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? And my license says over 21. So he's like, well, you want to talk about? So we went outside and I let him know. I got up in his face and I said a few choice words. And now I don't work there no more.
I'll tell you this. If someone says, you want to go outside, I'm like, listen, we better talk about this right now. Because if we go outside, somebody's going to be unhappy.
Right.
It might be me, it might be you. But both of us going to get some medical treatment.
Right.
The thing is, one of us is going to get more.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So we can talk about this now. Don't start that let's go outside nonsense.
Right.
All right. Now, if you want to go outside, I'm going to open the door for you and punch you in the back of the head as you walk past me. Ain't shit fair. Harlem Nights. I'm gonna hit you with a trash can top.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what people from Chicago do.
That's what we do. Come on, man. Furniture ain't just for sitting. Sometimes it's for hitting. We're gonna move on to the next question. Y'all put your hands together for abusing people. All right. Look, there ain't no such thing as a fair fight.
It's not.
No such thing as a fair fight. You want a fair fight? That means somebody's named Tyson, someone's named Evander Holyfield, and somebody ear still got bit. Come on, man. And they had rules. Now you want to take me outside to think I'm gonna do this like they do in the movies? Hell no! I bust your ass with a brick.
My whole objective is going home.
Exactly.
In the same way I came.
Damn Skippy. All right. What drives you, Jermel? What drives you, man? Philosophies, ideologies? You got any suggestions? What pushes you, man?
Wanting to win.
Ah, nice. Nice.
Always wanted to come on, want to be on top,
I agree.
And not in a selfish way. What I mean by that is that I don't have to step over you to win.
Okay.
Okay. I don't have to do that. It's too many opportunities out there for me to have to step over you to win.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. I say it all the time. There's enough YouTube for everybody. There's enough this. There's enough that for everybody. Why? If I make millions and you come to me or someone comes to me and says, "Hey, man, what did you do it? How did you do that?" I got no problem with giving you the formula.
I don't.
Right? This is how I did. I'm not going to tell you specifically what I did to get my business. If I'm making, back to the oatmeal cookies. If I'm making oatmeal cookies, I'm not going to give you my recipe.
Right.
But I will give you the techniques to be successful.
Let me go ahead. I ain't mean to cut y'all. Go ahead.
No, I mean, and there's a lot of people that won't do that. You know, if I tell you anything, you take away from mine. No, man, I'm trying to make my own. I just want to use you. Success breeds success.
That's it.
All right. Who would I rather be around? Someone that's pushing and aiming to do better, or someone that's content with doing shit?
Right.
You choose the people you want to be around. Success breeds success. Productive people around productive people is going to be productive, as opposed to that one person or two or three people that nothing's wrong. The water's too wet, the sugar's too sweet, the fire's too hot. I don't need to be around. I know that already. Right. You know, I'm out in the rain, man. It's raining. We out here in the rain, dude. I didn't need you to tell me that. I'm getting rained on too. I want a solution. Well, if we do this, build that, then we'll both be dry. Those are the people I want to be around, not the ones out there complaining about getting rained on. I want the person that's going to help me build a shelter.
I like that.
You know,
what I was gonna say though is that, so at my job, they had asked me to do breakfast because the guy that did breakfast is no longer there. Okay. So there's another guy there. He walks around. I can do this. I can do that. I ain't say anything. Didn't do nothing. I was like, okay, what you want me to do? What are the rules and stuff? Like, what can I do? He said, I trust you. Do whatever you want. So I redid the menu. I redid how breakfast was set up. I created a whole different way of doing things. Yeah. And so I ran an omelet station, but I also did breakfast specials. Also created in the omelet station special omelets on Tuesdays. A couple of little things I would do. Yeah. Now, I didn't go and brag and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. Hey, I'm on an omelet station. But you know what? The way I work at is set up like a mini city. It's like probably like good 20, 30 buildings on campus. And I had people coming from their building where they have breakfast at to my building to get either the breakfast special or me to make them an omelet. Right. I did the omelet special way, so that I was the one who did it. So I say that to say I didn't have to brag. I didn't have to boast what I did. I let my actions speak for what I could do. That's right. And that's kind of my philosophy, because you could say a lot, but people more watching what you do. And so I try to make sure my actions speak louder than my words. That's perfect. Proof's in the pudding. Proof's in the pudding. Proof's in the pudding. Right. I've traveled worldwide, and there's one simple thing that I go by, and it's the same thing along with what you're saying. One simple thing I go by if I'm eating street food or going to a restaurant or blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter what country I'm in. I can be in freaking Jamaica. I can be in the Philippines. I can be in Iraq, Afghanistan. I can be in Detroit. You go to the place with the longest line. Oh, yeah. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Right. You got two restaurants side by side, and they're cooking, I don't know, okra patties. So it's something crazy, something obscure. Right. You got okra patty specials and okra patty delight. And if there's a long line at okra patty special, and there's 2 and 3 people at okra patty delight, I'm not going to okra patty delight. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. That makes sense. There's a reason why that line ain't long. Right. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, that's a perfect philosophy, man. Now, what advice, being the entrepreneur that you are, what advice would you give a young man regarding entrepreneurship, man? Someone that's trying to, started from the bottom, now we're here. Someone trying to grow. Right. What advice would you give them? My biggest thing I would tell them or anyone that comes to me about, first of all, do it. You know,
Start. Just start.
A lot of people say, "Oh, you know, I got to do this." Now, that doesn't negate that that doesn't negate planning. You still have to plan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But some people just plan to be planning, and they're planning for 5, 6, 10 years down the line and never start.
Okay.
You know, so yes, make a plan,
but
start, because once you start, it's going to give you that adrenaline. It's going to give you that rush to keep it going and keep it moving. Like with this, you know, I'm a sort of perfectionist. I like certain things a certain way.
Right.
You know, but if I would have waited until I got all this equipment, I probably never would have started like now. But like I told you, like from the beginning, we had an iPhone. I said, let's just start. Let's just do it. Let's just get it out there. You know, and then I tweak it as I go. Now, second thing I tell people, you got to have patience. You can't measure your growth by someone that's been in the industry, whatever you're in, for 10 years now, that's been in 10, 15, 20 years. I agree. You cannot measure your growth by that, you know, because you don't know what it took for them to get there.
You don't know what else they're doing.
Plus you don't know what else they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you take what we're doing. You know, if I try to measure my podcast against some of the big podcasts out there, you know, then I would look like I'm a failure, because I'm measuring. I agree. I'm putting my numbers, my growth by what they're doing. But like I said before, I stand by it. We have a good product.
Yeah.
So all I'm concerned about is pushing my product. You know, and if I keep pushing my product, I may leapfrog them.
Eventually.
You know,
eventually,
and that's how you gotta look at it. Plus, I like competition, so I'm gonna say that anyway. You know?
See, I'm with you. I'm very competitive, and you know, my R-BoP's R-BoP. It is what it is. You know, I don't have to make a volume right now because I'm, you know, I'm not, you know, I don't drop a podcast every week. You know, I would prefer to drop a quality podcast as opposed to just drop a podcast. Okay, I'm working on it. Now, like I say, I'm working on guests, but I'm not going to just drop one just to drop one. I want something that's going to have some substance, something that's going to be quality until I get to the point where I can drop one.
Right.
Back to the patience. I'll take my time. I'd rather have quality other than quantity.
I like that.
Yeah. But, you know, case in point, when I was working where I worked in the Middle East, I got the idea that, oh man, I'm going to do a podcast.
Okay.
And then I started doing research. What do I do? How do I do it? What equipment do I need? Blah, blah, blah. And over months, well, I'm going to buy this. Shipped it home. Then I bought this and I shipped it home. So in the period of, I was deployed for, I'll say 6 months. In a period of 6 months, half a year, I'd buy this, send it home. I'd buy that, send it home. Now, people hit me up and say, dude, man, you got these freaking Rode mics and you got this and you got that and your audio's like this and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, man, don't get it twisted that I started out with all of this equipment. When I was out of the country for half a year, I built on that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So if you're out there, guys, you don't have to have all this crazy equipment for a podcast. Just start. Like Jermel said, just start. Build later. I just happened to be in an environment where I had nothing. I'm out in a remote spot in the middle of whatever country. And had the opportunity to purchase and send home over a period of time. So don't go broke trying to buy equipment.
Right.
All right. Your quality, in my opinion, is far more important than your quantity. And then once you get to the quality that you want, then build to the quantity where, you know, like Jermel said, that's where you start making money on the back end.
Right.
You got to invest on the front end, start making on the back end.
All right, next question.
I'm sorry?
There you go. That's it. There you go. You're right.
Yeah. All right. What advice would you give to no, I already asked that question. I'm sorry. Moving right along. What's your biggest regret, man? Entrepreneurship. Now, you already mentioned equipment. Okay, we got that out of the way. What's your biggest regret, man? You know, trying to grow and blow up. What's your biggest regret so far?
I think my biggest regret,
Yeah.
you know, I don't like to really use the word, but I'll go with it because it's part of the question. Is that I didn't start some relationships that I could have started when I was doing this podcast.
Relationships with other people?
Other people
okay.
out there in the industry. I had some relationships that I kind of like, I didn't start or could have started, you know, that
Okay.
didn't start, that probably could have helped push this forward.
Oh, nurture some relationships in the past.
Relationships in the past, right.
Okay.
Burn some bridges I probably shouldn't have burned and stuff like that.
You burned some bridges? We ain't gonna get into it, but you burned some bridges?
I burned some bridges.
Ah, that's terrible. That's terrible.
That temper I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, my biggest regret is I didn't start sooner.
Yeah.
My biggest regret is that I didn't start sooner. So now what's your biggest triumph? What's the biggest, I'm glad I did it. What you got?
You know what? Some of the guests that we had,
you
know, I think Allison was a great. Here's the thing I want to say about Allison.
Allison Dorr?
Allison Dorr, yeah.
Right.
One thing I could say I like about Allison is that she's on a bigger platform.
Way bigger
than ours. She is considered in some ways a star, though she says she's not. But
she's got an IMDb page.
Right. Right. I don't have that. But if I can call her, text her, whatever.
Yeah.
And normally she'd be like, sure, I do that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. There's not too many things. Many times I call her, she said, I won't do that. You know, she said, oh yeah, I do that. Or if she can help, she said, oh yeah, let me see what I can do. Yeah. I asked her for to connect me to a couple of people, and maybe like 15 minutes later, she got a email link with us in there. Okay, you guys talk it out.
Yeah.
Well,
nice.
So I think the reason why I pointed that out because I think that I found a great connection with Allison. It wasn't just her being a guest.
Yeah.
But I think by her being a guest, I found a great connection.
Yeah.
Second one is, and this is not because I'm talking to you, is because of Phil.
Oh shit. I wasn't expecting that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why. Because the way we kind of connected was kind of unexpected. You know,
yeah, that's true.
I was sitting on LinkedIn. I said, you know what? I should do a LinkedIn page for I.O.W. too. You know, let's try to get on all the platforms we can. So I'm making a LinkedIn page.
Yeah.
That same day, you know, we kind of connected.
Yeah.
And I was like, who this guy is? So I talked to him.
Who the hell is this motherfucker?
Yeah. But it's like once we did kind of talk, I could see the genuine connection there. Yeah. You know, it's like I've known him for a long time. We were just talking.
Oh shit, I appreciate that. You make me cry.
So I think, and like I said, anybody that knows me, I ain't with the BS. You know, I tell you how I feel when I feel it.
Right.
You know, so you know, it's not me buttering them up. It's just I think that I like making connections with people. Man Down Podcast. That's another connection. You know, Melvin, Jay, Sincere, Peaches. You know, a lot of them seem like when Sincere, he was just on making some comments a minute ago while we was talking. Yeah. You know, a lot of times when we're on, they following us. You know,
nice.
They're connected. So I think that's one of a triumph to let you know when you make those kind of connections. For me, those are greater than sometimes even growing. Now, you know, you want to grow because of the monetary gain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So let's not get that twisted. We ain't doing this because we do want to make money.
Yeah, we're trying to get paid now.
Yeah, we're trying to get paid. But I think for me, what was more meaningful is those connections.
See, I like that. See, you're talking meaningful connections. You're growing this way.
Right.
We want to go this way. That's the money.
Right.
But if we grow this way and build a foundation, that stabilizes us when we can go up. I like that.
Right.
I like that. All right, man. Last question. Question. If you were king for a day, what would you or could you do to improve things across the board? Now, either financially or entrepreneurially, I don't even know if that's a word, or just in life or across the board, what would you do to improve things if you could?
First of all, if I was king for the day,
Hmm.
the first thing I'd do is surround myself around people that's smarter than me and know more than me.
I love that.
You know, because if I try to do it myself, I'm only gonna see it from one perspective.
Nice.
You know, but if I surround people around me, not only that's different from me, but actually smarter than me, they can say, hey, you know what, that's a good idea, but add this to it. Or hey, that might be a bad idea because of XYZ.
Yeah.
They'll see things that I won't see because my intellect may be here, but their intellect may be here, and they may have better experiences than I have,
or just a different perspective.
Or a different perspective.
Yeah.
So I think that's the first and foremost thing I would do.
Wow, that's perfect.
You know, and then anything else, if I got a good team, we can accomplish anything.
Exactly.
And go ahead.
If I had the ultimate decision, yes or no, I would want to be surrounded by a diverse group of people,
right,
to help me make the best yes or no. I like that. That's perfect.
Yeah, I don't have a problem making a decision.
Yeah.
You know, I can say, okay, no, we ain't gonna do that. Yes, we're gonna do that. But I want to be an informed decision.
There you go. I like that. Y'all put your hands together for information. Put your hands together for wanting smart people around you, man. But shit, man, we're going to wrap this up, man. And I want to thank you so much. And man, you made me feel good. You like, I felt important. But y'all, I just want you guys to know that if you are interested in the I.O.W. Network. If you're interested in the I.O.W. Network, you need to get a hold of Jermel Thomas. He is the founder, the producer, executive producer. He's the freaking boss. Boss. I don't have one of those sound bites. And if you're interested, if you have any aspirations, if you want to be on a radio show, if you have your own show and you want a platform, if you need some help with editing, if you're in the freaking Raleigh area, and you need studio space and studio time. Right. Hit up freaking Jermel Thomas, my buddy, my friend. And hell, you take your show and he can help you make your show. We need to do a commercial on that. Take your show, we'll help you make your show.
One thing I want to add to that too.
Yes.
One of the things I want to do on the radio station is have different pieces where you have tips. So say for instance, I'm talking to a lady now, she's a nutritionist. And so we're gonna I'm just gonna use that example. Wednesday may be nutrition day. Yeah. And throughout the day, she's gonna drop nutritional tips for Wednesday. So I want to do like different things. So I might make Monday poetry day. So if you're a poet,
there you go.
You know, hit me up. I can feature some of your poems during Monday poetry day.
Yeah.
If you're in the tech field, you can do tech tips. So what I'm trying to say is that it's not just about shows. You know, you may not be a show person, but you have a talent that can add to the network. Yeah. You know, and that we can use to put out there through the masses. So just hit me up.
There you go. Hit him up, man. I want to say thank you so much for spending this time with me. I appreciate everybody that was in here. Y'all hit the show notes, especially if it comes to the podcast. If you guys want to support the show, you can support the show through freaking PayPal and shoot me a link. Hell, I'll give you my Cash App too if you want to help out. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks, Jermel, for being on the show, guys.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. We are out of here in 5, 4, 3. Don't go nowhere, Jermel. 2, 1. I love you like cooked food. If you hear somebody sneeze, I know they're getting vaccinations, but we ain't there yet. Wear your mask. If you hear somebody sneeze, run like a motherfucker, and I will see you when I see you. Bye, Bobby, my favorite Bobby. Bye-bye.